Good evening, YouTube. It's actually, I don't know, it's in the middle of the night. It's probably about, I don't know, 2:30 a.m., something like that. Anyway, I am back at work. From being home last night, I have made it to Effingham, Illinois, and got really lucky. I stopped here at this Petro truck stop, and this is busier than I've ever seen it. It's just jammed with trucks. And so I pulled in and I thought, well, I'm just going to have to pull right back out. And I started to, and it just so happened that there was a truck that pulled out of a parking spot. And I was at the right place at the right time, and I was able to pull right into where that truck was at. So I was able to find a place to park. So anyway, the load that I have delivers at 10 p.m. what would be tonight, the 7th. It delivers at 10 p.m. at Danville, Illinois, which is, I don't know, probably I'm roughly 120 miles from here. Can't look at the GPS right now. I got my curtains closed. So I'll leave here in time. The place I'm going to, they don't want you there more than about 15 minutes before your appointment time. There are a couple of truck stops right there close to Danville. So I'll leave here and probably in time, just, and I'll stop at one of those truck stops there at Danville, and then I'll kind of fine tune the, so that I get there about 15 minutes before the appointment time at the receiver, and then unload, and then we'll see what happens after that. So anyway, I've got a little picture that I'm going to show here in just a minute. I stopped at, there's a TA truck stop at Springfield, Missouri, and so I stopped there, and they've got a couple of fast food joints in there, plus a regular restaurant. One of the fast food joints, they got a Subway and a Taco Bell. So I got stopped, and I went inside, and I got some food at the Taco Bell. And then once you leave the truck stop and I got back on Interstate 44, you go less than a mile, maybe a half a mile or so, and there's a pull-off. It's just a truck parking area. At one time it was a scale, and so the state of Missouri, they closed the state scale, and they converted it into a truck parking area. So I parked in there, and I was kind of eating my food, eating the Taco Bell food. And so there's this truck that there's already a couple of trucks in there. So there was this other truck that pulled in, and I saw this guy, and he had his some kind of a not really a turban style hat, but a hat that you'd see Middle Easterners wear. And so the guy, he came walking across the front of my truck, and he didn't stop or anything, or he didn't talk to me, but anyway, I saw him walk, and it would have been to my left. He had a rug. He had a little rug under his arm, and this guy was a truck driver. He had a little rug under his arm, and I think it looked like a bottle of water. And so he walked over, and he looked, and then he walked back, and then here he came back again. And it was the darndest thing. The guy was going to pray, which is fine. He was obviously a Muslim and what have you. And so he had his prayer rug and so on and so forth. But he laid the rug down right in an area that I would have thought would have been, it was very dangerous. I wouldn't have did what he did where he was doing it, because had a truck come into the into this parking area, kind of shooting down the exit and into this parking area, it would have been very easy for him to get run over where he was at. And so I was able to snap a picture. I'll show you the picture. Let me go ahead and show you the picture. So here's the picture. So there was the picture, and you can see the guy. He was, I don't know, he stood there for a little while, and then he got down, he took his, he had some kind of sandals or something that he took off, and so he was barefooted, and he was standing on his rug. And then he got down on his knees, and how they do the complete bow thing, and he did that at least twice, where he was completely down on the rug, and sort of in a, where he's completely down, probably with his forehead touching the rug. And, fortunately, nobody came in there were no trucks that came into the parking area, because that was where he did that at, it was sort of in a part where, it wasn't really a parking spot. It was more kind of right on the edge of the travel, like a lane where somebody could come shooting in there. And I guess he must have decided where he's going to do it at. I know they have to face the east or whatever, but boy, that was not a place where I would have done it. I would have, if it was me and I was going to do something like that, I would have laid the rug out right in front of my own truck. But for whatever reason, maybe, I don't know what the rules are for when they're doing something like that, but maybe he had to have as clear a path to the east towards Mecca as he possibly could. I don't know, but never seen that before. And like I say, I don't have anything against that. It's fine, but I was worried that the guy was gonna get run over. But I don't know. Eventually, you see all kinds of things like that, and that's the first time I've seen someone actually lay a rug down like that and do that, especially in a like a parking area like that, and then for him to just lay his rug down right where he could have gotten run over. I don't know. I don't quite get that, but and then I'm sure he's probably, if I've heard that they have to pray 5 times a day, so he must be stopping at least 5 times a day to pray. And it looked like after he went back, after he got back up and he rolled the rug back up and he nodded at me, and of course I nodded back at him, and then he went back over to his truck, which was parked to my right, and whenever I left a few minutes later, and I could see he was in there, it looked like he was going to spend the night there, because I saw him. I could see in my mirror, sort of, he was rummaging around, and he's in his sleeper. So, but I would have not laid my rug down and done that right there where I could have got run over, and he could have easily gotten run over. I don't know, but so anyway, thought that was pretty interesting. Anyhow, from Effingham, Illinois, I'll catch you later.